The iconic logo of a once world-dominating glass products manufacturer, the Pittsburgh Plate Glass Company. In the early 1890s, two men in particular, John B. Ford and John Pitcairn, along with others, formed what was known as the New York Plate Glass Company. By 1893, these same men took control of the assets of the New York Plate Glass Company, and they formed a new company, which they named the Pittsburgh Plate Glass Company. All those involved were named in a federal lawsuit titled Barr versus Pittsburgh Plate Glass Company, dated August 15, 1893. So history is not always what it seems to be. The first production facility of the Pittsburgh Plate Glass Company was built along the Allegheny River in Creighton, Pennsylvania. It was on a 40-acre tract of land. The plant itself was named Works Number 1. The plant occupied 2 stories and was 140,000 square foot in size. During its heyday years of the 1940s, between 4,000 to 6,000 people were employed at the Creighton facility. Here is an early photo of the massive, sprawling industrial complex of the PPG company. If you look on the hillside, you'll notice the Route 28 expressway has not even yet been conceived. And as seen today, that once massive, sprawling industrial complex has been reduced to a handful of buildings that's no longer even called PPG Industry. The large sign that once touted the PPG name in the logo now only states Creighton Plant Glass Fabricating. Though that famous PPG logo has not entirely been swept away, it can still be seen on the back of the building. Though the state of Pennsylvania has forgotten to place a historical marker on this site denoting what was here, what remains of the former industry has been sold, and the new industry is set to take root here. I'd like to go back to this photo in this time period and also talk just a little bit about what besides glass was going on in this same area. Back in the day, coal was king in Pennsylvania. Here we see a 1920s underground coal mine map depicting the 4 major producers in the Creighton area. I would like you to notice on the top left of the map the name McFetridge. For the year 1915, the McFetridge Coal Company was recorded as producing 366,000 tons of coal. In 1921, the McFetridge Coal Company sells to Pittsburgh Plate Glass almost 1,400 acres of coal land right in PPG's backyard. In a very short time, PPG itself is now producing 1,500 tons of coal daily. So what does this all mean? PPG now owns what's called a captive coal mine right across the street from their glass production facility. Their glass production facility has furnaces which run on coal. PPG now produces its own coal, saves the costs from buying outside coal. They produce their own coal. PPG's coal mine was named the Creighton Coal Mine. The opening to the coal mine was just above Freeport Road, where many years later the Route 28 Expressway would be built. Mined coal was brought out of the coal mine, hauled across Freeport Road on a tramway, and above the railroad tracks, sorted into a tipple system, which would load the coal into railroad cars. I was able to locate a number of old photos that clearly show the old mine building, Freeport Road, the old haulage way over Freeport Road, and the sorting tipple over the rail line. And looking at the old underground coal mine map, I indicated the main points of interest to indicate where things were back then. Here we see the haulage way over Freeport Road and the tipple. The mine building on the hillside above Freeport Road. The haulage way and the tipple over the railroad tracks. The mine building on the hillside is very obvious. The tipple across the rail line. There was also an employee parking area on the riverside of Freeport Road. Looking at the photo, there's a mark labeled Manway. Employees would park in this designated area, cross the railroad tracks over the Manway, and enter into PPG and their job sites. The former Twindo plant, like its predecessor, PPG Glass, has been shuttered for years. The buildings, the properties sold off to another business.